Team Sri Lanka and also the introduction of the official team sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, at the start itself, I would love to get energy from the audience of saying a very good evening. There you go. That's the spirit. I think that we have the team here with us as well, and let's drive them all throughout to the trophy. And as the start itself, I would like to now introduce and invite the dignitaries to the head table. I would like to take the pleasure of inviting Mr. Krishantha Kapuwatta, Assistant Secretary, Sri Lanka Cricket. Please take your seat at the head table, sir. Ms. Chamari Athapattu, Women's Captain, Team Sri Lanka. Mr. Rumesh Ratnayaka, Women's Head Coach, Team Sri Lanka. Mr. Arjun Ranga, CEO and Managing Director, Cycle Pure Incense. Mr. Nimesh Amalian, General Manager, Marketing, MAS Active. Mr. Subramaniam Iswaran, Deputy Chairman, Cycle Pure Incense, Sri Lanka. Mr. Upul Navaratna Bandara, Head of Marketing, Sri Lanka Cricket. And Ms. Rajitha Jayasuriya, Director, Corporate Affairs, MAS Holdings. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. And with a warm welcome, let me introduce myself. My name is Ashinsani Veerasinghe, and I will be your host for this. Shall we give a good round of applause in welcoming him this evening? And also a very big round of applause in recognizing the team members of the women's team, Sri Lanka, ladies and gentlemen. Now, how many of you are a fan of cricket, first of all? I know it's a media conference, but come on. How many of you are a fan of cricket? All of us, we have to be. And definitely the women's team, we got to be there for them. And at the start itself, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Krishantha Kapuwatta, Assistant Secretary, Sri Lanka Cricket, to make the opening remarks and also to elaborate on the team's participation in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup and also about the partnership the teams has forged towards empowering the World Cup campaign. Sir, over to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Chairman, co-founder, MAS Group, Mr. Mahesh Amalian. We are greatly honored, sir, your surprise visit. The members of the head table, Chamari and the energetic Sri Lankan team. I'm here today on behalf of the President and the Executive Committee of Sri Lanka Cricket to warmly welcome all of you for this distinguished audience. The organizers have planned an exciting evening, I'm sure, and it's my duty on behalf of Sri Lanka Cricket. We are very sincerely, actually, we are greatly honored to have our partners here for the Women's World Cup. We have two partners, Cycle Incense and our long-standing partner, MAS, the giant, the leading clothing company in Sri Lanka. And also I must take this opportunity to thank our outbound sponsorship partners, Mrs. ITW of India, for introducing wonderful partners to Sri Lanka Cricket to move forward with our programs. The Cycle Incense is a company incorporated in India. I'm sure you will incorporated in India, and they're into big time business, and we are very, very happy. They're doing very well in Sri Lanka and capturing the global markets, and it's a very appropriate product for the ladies They say hope. So it's with a lot of hopes we are releasing you all to South Africa for the World Cup, and we are wishing Cycle Linsanes all the best, and looking forward for a great partnership with Sri Lanka cricket with the years to come. MAS is no stranger. They are our partners for the longest time. In fact, during good times, bad times. We all know Sri Lanka cricket, always people, different interested parties have been highlighting Sri Lanka cricket as a sort of a troubled place, which is not, truly which is not. But Mr. Amalian and his wonderful young team, group of youngsters, had the vision, had the courage to continue with Sri Lanka cricket, and their support, the immense support I should say, is highly appreciated, and we want you to play this leading role with the years to come, sir. Your vision and innovative products, I can remember for the longest time we were coming out with various fabrics, various stories, where the entire world, including ICC, was amazed to realize the amount of work you are doing, how the youngsters are being groomed in this company, and we are very, very privileged to work with MAS and looking forward for our partnership, long partnership as official clothing partner. Then when you talk about the Sri Lanka team, Chamari, congratulations, and we are wishing you all the best. And you have a beautiful combination, youngsters as well as the experienced ladies in our team, and youngsters have done very well in ICC Under-19 World Cup, and people concerned have noticed the lack of experience by losing 1 run, 2 run to some global giants. So nothing to worry. We have a very well balanced team, and also we have additional feathers in our cap, Chamari being on top of the list in ICC rankings. Then Inoka is being qualified, in the sense named to the World 11, which is a great honor to Sri Lanka. And we are really looking forward, we are very proud of these girls and looking forward for a very successful World Cup participation in South Africa. So I want to say something for our girls in our language. විශේෂ පණිවිඩයක් චමරි ඇතුළු ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඊයේත් තිබ එක්ස්කෝ මීටින් එකේ විශේෂ තීන්දුව රැසක් අරන් තියෙනවා කාන්තා ක්‍රිකට් ඉහළම තලයට ගෙනියන්න. මොකද ශ්‍රී ලංකා පිරිමි එහෙම නැත්නම් බොයිස්ලා හොඳින් කරනවා කියන්නේ කිසිම හේතුවක් නැහැ අපේ ගෑනු ළමයිට පස්සට යන්න. ඒ නිසා දිය යුතු ලොකු ඒ සහයෝග ඔක්කොම ඔබලාට ලැබෙනවා. හෙට අනිද්දා ආරංචි වෙයි අපේ විශේෂ වැඩපිළිවෙල. ඒකම සියලු දෙනාම එකමුතු වෙලා එකා වගේ මේ වර්ල්ඩ් කප් එකට කිසිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇති කරගන්න නැතුව එක කණ්ඩායමක් වශයෙන් ලස්සනට සෙල්ලම් කරලා ලංකාවට අති මහත් ගෞරවයක් අරන් එයි කියලා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි සියලු දෙනාම ඔබලා පිටිපස්සේ සිටිනවා. හදවතින්ම මුළු ලංකාවම හදවතින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දිහා බලන් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා සියලු දෙනාටම හොඳ සංචාරයක්, තමන්ගේ කැපවීම අත්‍යවශ්‍ය වෙලාවක්. අද ක්‍රිකට් යන හැටියට මං හිතන්නේ ගෑනු ළමයිටත් දැන් තේරෙනවා එක ඉන්ඩිවිජුවල් කෙනෙකුට මුළු තරගයම වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ තත්ත්වයක් තියෙන නිසා සෑම කෙනෙක්ම ඒ අදිෂ්ඨානය අතට අරන් යන්න ළමයි ඉස්සරහට ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඒ දෙන්න තියෙන සියලුම දේව ආශිර්වාද ශක්තිය සියලුම දේවල් ලැබෙනවා. දැන් මෙතන ඔක්කොටම අපි එන්න කිව්වෙත් ඒකයි. පේනව නේද අපේ අමලියන් මහත්මයා ඇතුළු පිරිස් ලොකු කම්පැනිස් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ධෛර්යය දෙන්න ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා තිනවා. අපි හදවතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ට ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙන අතරම ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඉතාමත් හොඳ තරගයක් සඳහා සුබ පතනවා. ඒකම මම හිතන්නේ වෙනත් දෙයක් ඇඩ් කරන්න තියෙනවා නම් කණ්ඩායම ගැන අපි පසුවට කතා කරමු නම් අවශ්‍ය නැහැනේ. Yeah, so නැවත වරක් සියලුම sponsors, once again I would like to thank each and every person for participation, including the media team on behalf of Sri Lanka Cricket, and a big thank for these sponsors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kapwata, for that opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, I think just like I stated at the start, this evening is the beginning of a dream. Not just for the team, it's for Sri Lanka, because we're talking about ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2023. And this is not just another media conference. This is an evening with three giants coming together. We do have Sri Lanka Cricket, and we have the official team sponsor, Cyclopio Incense, and we do have the official clothing partner, MAS, with us. And not just the business giants. As talking about media, we do have not just the local media personalities here with us, we're virtually joined by international media. I think this deserves a good round of applause. This is the start of something big. Thank you so much. That being said, talking about the official team sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to take the pleasure of inviting Mr. Arjun Ranga, Managing Director and CEO of Cyclopio Agarbatti, the incense, the national women's team sponsor, to speak on his firm's growing partnership with Sri Lanka Cricket. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear cricketing friends and cricketers. I'd like to first take this opportunity to thank the Sri Lankan Cricket Board for considering us as a sponsor and giving us the opportunity to be on the sleeves of the Sri Lankan women's cricket team for the ICC World Cup. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Just to give you a brief about our brand, our company, N. Rangarao & Sons, was started by my grandfather, Sri N. Rangarao, in 1948 at the turn of independence of India. He is a true entrepreneur in the family. He struggled throughout, and he gave us what we have today as Cycle Incense. We are today the world's largest incense brand. We are truly a global brand. We are available in 75 countries. And we've been associated with cricket since 2005 in a very active manner. Actually, Indian cricket captain Mithali Raj was a brand ambassador for us as well in the past. And today, Indian cricket captain Mr. Saurav Ganguly is our brand ambassador as well. That being said, Cycle Pure Agarbattis, in association with Ishwaran Brothers here, have been in Sri Lanka since 8 years, and each and every incense stick today manufactured and marketed in Sri Lanka is produced by hundreds of women who are employed in Sri Lanka. So Cycle Pure Incense, even though it's an Indian company, is as much a Sri Lankan brand today as every other brand that is available here. So thank you, Ishwaran Brothers, for bringing us to Sri Lanka. And we are doing very well in the local market. We have hundreds of women employed, and we're truly doing women empowerment. But mostly, I would like to appreciate our employees, each and every salesperson out there who's going across the island and selling our products, and each and everybody in our manufacturing and supply chain. Through all these tough times in the past 3 years, they've been sticking with the brand and supporting the brand for what it is today in Sri Lanka. So I thank you all for that. Our tagline is Fragrance of Hope, and that's the reason why we have associated with the Sri Lankan cricket team. Chamari Atupattu madam, you are an epitome of success. You have been in international leagues. You represent what is good and great about women in Sri Lanka. You're a true champion, and we all know that India just now has announced the women's IPL as well, and each and every one of you cricketers here should aspire to be part of greater leagues like that. Women's cricket is in the cusp of taking that next step globally, and each and every one of you should aspire to be there as well. And I wish the Sri Lankan cricket team all the success going forward. Enjoy your cricket out there, play your hearts out. believe in your team, back your captain 100%. I've been a cricketer myself, and I love the sport and what it does to each and everybody. And as a brand, we believe in supporting events that unite the nation. And for us, cricket unites the nation. When cricket is on, everybody is praying for you. And that's where cycle needs to be, is where prayers are. So wish you all the very best of luck. Enjoy your game, enjoy your cricket. We'll be out there cheering for you. Play the best quality of cricket you can. Thank you.
Quality backed by values will always succeed. Sri N. Ranga Rao's philosophy proved true with the inception of N. Ranga Rao and Sons. It all began in Mysore, where the humble cycle inspired his first venture. The purest form of simplicity, the cycle. It is value for money, irrespective of race, color, or social standing. It is fueled only by human energy and faith. And most significantly, it is a symbol of freedom. Cycle Pure Agarbattis, a venture that came to provide strength, faith, and peace to millions. Sri N. Ranga Rao's ideals have been passed on from generation to generation. Since inception, the women in the family have also played a vital role in the intricate and sensitive business of incense sticks. It is much to their credit that Cycle Pure Agarbattis has earned the hearts of thousands of patrons. Over time, it was his 4 pillars of progress, namely customer satisfaction, originality, honesty, and hard work that formed the stronghold of his empire, taking the group and its stakeholders to new heights. But at the end, he taught the world one very valuable lesson: innovation and quality, backed by values for the benefit of customers, will always succeed.
Let's give a good round of applause, and we truly value and honor this partnership with Sri Lanka Cricket. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to get talking about the official clothing partner as well. And to do so, let me now take the pleasure of inviting Ms. Amra Akbar, Director, Marketing and Business Development of MAS Active. She will be speaking about the long-standing partnership MAS has with the Sri Lanka Cricket and also about their latest initiative to strengthen this bond. Please put your hands together as I invite Ms. Amra.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes. Right. Ms. Chamari Yatapattu, Captain, and your entire team that's here. Mr. Krishanta Kapuwatta from Sri Lanka Cricket, Mr. Upul Navaratna from Sri Lankan Cricket, and the entire board. Again, our co-sponsor, Mr. Arjun Ranga, from Cycle Pure Agarbati. Thank you. That was a very passionate speech and very inspiring for us all. And Mr. Subramaniam Iswaran. Mrs. Shaila Amalian, patron of the MAS Holdings Women Go Beyond program and director at the Amalia Foundation, and Deshamanya Mahesh Amalian. My fellow MAS colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a significant day for us here, as it marks 16 years of partnership between MAS and Sri Lankan Cricket. And this has gone from strength to strength. We began our journey back in 2007 with SLC, sponsoring the men's team. And within a year, we realized the importance of doing the same with equal vigor for the women's team. It's great to see how our women's team has performed since then, having placed runners-up at the recently concluded T20 Asia Cup. So very well done for that. At MAS, we are passionate about 3 things. And this sort of trickles down all the way from our chairman down to every employee, every team member. Our people, our product, and our values, always doing the right thing. On the product, we're very excited because we bring all of our global expertise in performance wear into the jersey that's being unveiled today. So we're very excited to show it to you. The previous product we did was made from ocean plastics. We have taken this and elevated it in the new jersey by incorporating engineered panels which map the female anatomy and provide thermal regulation. If you look at the design of the jersey, the line graphic represents the bond between women around the world. Additionally, we will be kitting our women's cricket team with performance innerwear that's been engineered to enable them to play at their best. Next, on people. If you look around the room, we have some of the key decision makers in senior leadership from MAS, and they happen to be women. This is a testament to our chairman, Deshmanya Mahesh Amalian's commitment to female empowerment. The people piece has also been important for us in understanding the players' true pain points when you go out on match day. And I would like to thank Sri Lanka Cricket in supporting us in the many wearer trials we did and getting feedback from the team. We iterated the product many times to its best possible form with engineered fabric, body mapping, wicking, and compression, so that we support our team to perform at their very best. Doing the right thing has always been in the foundation of everything we do. And I'm truly honored to have with us Shaila Amalian, who is an active philanthropist and is involved with a number of charitable trusts and organizations supporting women in need. Shaila just got off the plane last night, but I spoke to her this morning and she didn't hesitate. She said, "Of course, Amra, I'll be there." So thank you very much, Shaila. And thank you, Mahesh, for accompanying her as well. I would like to mention one of Mahesh's favorite quotes. I actually went through his Instagram account today. I generally do follow him and I do see it, but I feel this sums up how we feel. It's from a book he'd read, and it goes like this: the more we see the impact of our work on others, the more meaning we get from it. We at MAS, and I speak on behalf of every single one of us here from MAS, are really and truly proud to be kitting our women's team. And I know Ms. Chamari and her troops will do us very proud. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Amra Akbar. She's the Director, Marketing and Business Development of MAS Active. Shall we give her a good round of applause? Because I believe at any occasion, this is exactly what we look for, not just the business talk, but the emotions and the sentiments also to be spoken. The true value is truly given this evening. Thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time is for the floor to all the media personalities here. We're opening up the forum for questions, and we do have international journalists as well joining with us. But before we move into them, shall we open the floor to our media personalities of Sri Lanka? And I believe we can stick to today's, as you know, we're talking about the official jersey launch of Team Sri Lanka and the introduction of the official team sponsor. The floor is yours. Can we have questions to the head table? You may raise your hand and then we will send off the mic. Yes, we do have. Can we get the mic switched on?
Chamari, Asini Perra me team again at the Kotulu Parwada.
Mangita Mangitane අපට ලොකු පාඩුවක්. මොකද ගොඩක් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් තියෙන ප්ලේයර් කෙනෙක්. ලාස්ට් මොමන්ට් තමයි ආ ඉන්ජර් වුණේ හම්බන්දරදී. ඉතින් ටීම් එක ලොකු පාඩුවක්. හැබැයි එයාට අපව කම්බැක් එකක් දෙන්න අමාරුයි. එයාගේ තියෙන ඉන්ජරි එකත් එක්ක. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපි සත්‍ය සම්දීපණිය කණ්ඩායමට ගෙනල්ලා ඉන්නවා. මම හිතන්නේ අත්දැකීම් ගතින් ගත්තොත් ලාභාල ක්‍රීඩිකාවක්. නමුත් ගොඩක් දක්ෂතා තියෙන ක්‍රීඩිකාවක්. ඉතින් මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ඇය හසිනි පෙරේරාගේ අඩුපාඩුව පුරවාවි කියලා මේ තරඟ සංචාරයේ.
එයාගේ ඉන්ජරි මොකක්ද අපිට පොඩ්ඩක් පැහැදිලි කියන්න පුළුවන්?
එයා ට්‍රේනින් එකේදී එයාගේ තම්බ එක ඉන්ජරි වුණා. මම හිතන්නේ ෆ්‍රැක්චර් එකක් ටිකක් ලොකු ෆ්‍රැක්චර් එකක්. මම හිතන්නේ එයාට සති 4ක් 5ක් වගේ ආවේ නැවත එයාගේ පුහුණුම් කටයුතු ආරම්භ කරන්න.
ටීම් එකේ දැන් ඊළඟ ඉස්සරහට දැන් ලෝකේ කුසලානේ ගැන කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? කොහොමද ඔයාගේ chances දිනන්න?
පැහැදිලිද?
ලෝකේ කුසලාන chances ඔයාගේ ටීම් එකත් එක්ක කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ chances කොහොමද කියලා දිනන්න?
ඔව් ඇත්තටම මම හිතන්නේ මට හොඳ කණ්ඩායමක් ලැබෙලා ඉන්නවා. ගොඩක් අත්දැකීම් බහුල ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් රැසක් ඉන්නවා කණ්ඩායම තුළ. ඒ වගේම දක්ෂ නව යෝන් ක්‍රීඩිකාව ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා. අපි හැමෝම දන්නවා මේ ෆෝමැට් එක ඕනම වෙලාවක වෙනසක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද මම හැම වෙලාවෙම විශ්වාස කරන දේ සහ මම කණ්ඩායමට කියන දේ තමයි රෑන්කින් කියන්නේ නම්බර එකක් විතරයි. එදා දවසේ කවුද හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරන්නේ? ඔවුන්ට තරඟ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න පුළුවන් සහ මිස්ටේක්ස් අඩුවෙන්ම කරන කණ්ඩායම අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම තරඟ ජයග්‍රහණය කරනවා. විශේෂයෙන් පහුගිය ලෝක කුසලානේ ගත්තාම අපි ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාවට ලොකු තර්ජනයක් දුන්නා. ඉතින් මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මේ තරඟ මේ ලෝක කුසලානේ ඕස්ට්‍රේලියාව, නවසීලන්තය, දකුණු අප්‍රිකාව සහ බංග්ලාදේශ කියන කණ්ඩායම් ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් ලේසි පහසු කාණ්ඩයක් නෙමෙයි. නමුත් දවසින් දවස එදා දවසේ අපි ක්‍රීඩා කරොත් අපේ ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් සුපුරු රිද්මෙන් ක්‍රීඩා කරොත් ඔවුන්ගේ උපරිම දක්ෂතාවල හිටියොත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම අපිට ලෝකේ ඕනම කණ්ඩායමක් පරාජය කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේ විශ්වාසය මට තියෙනවා කණ්ඩායම නායකයා හැටියට.
Thank you so much for that question and thank you so much for that spirit as well, Chamari. Let's move into more questions. We do have a full house here.
Question for Romesh Ratnayaka.
Do you mind standing? And then
Romesh.
Yes.
Romesh, we know the selectors are not here, but you should be able to shed some light on this. There was one player who did very well on that Sri Lanka, or rather in the Sri Lanka team at the recently concluded T20 Youth World Cup in South Africa. She took something like 9 wickets, scored a half century, another 37, and she was also named in the ICC team of the tournament. Her name is Vihanga, Devmi Vihanga. Why is she not good enough to be in the team?
Well, I think I should say that the team was selected way back in December, and unfortunately, well, I saw that as well, and I was also very happy for her. Unfortunately, we couldn't have her, and it's only 15 which was selected way back then, because the ICC needed the 15 quite early, and whereby we missed out on that chance. And yeah, well, she'll get a chance one day.
Thank you so much for that question. Shall we move on? We do have a limited time that is allocated, but we can accommodate as many questions. Yes, please.
Chamari, කොහොමද සූදානම කණ්ඩායම මොන වගේ මේ අභියෝගයට කොහොමද සූදානම් වුණේ මේ පෞගිය කාලය තුල?
විශේෂයෙන්ම ආසියානු කුසලානේ අනුශෘතාවය දිනාගත්තට පස්සේ කණ්ඩායම ගොඩක් අපිට සතියක විතර බ්‍රේක් එකක් හම්බුණා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි ලෝක කුසලානේ ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න කලින් අපිට බංග්ලාදේශ තරඟ සංචාරයක් තිබුණා. නමුත් ඒ තරඟ සංචාරය බංග්ලාදේශ කණ්ඩායමට එන්න බැරි වුණා. ඒ නිසා ඒ තරඟ සංචාරය කැන්සල් වුණා. හැබැයි ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් ගොඩක් හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරා. අපි ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් ටූර්නමන්ට් එකක් තිබුණා 50 over සහ T20. ඒ ටූර්නමන්ට්ස් දෙකේම ප්ලේයර්ස් ගොඩක් හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරා. ඒ වගේම අපි විශේෂයෙන් අපි හැමෝම දන්නවා දකුණු අප්‍රිකාව කියන්නේ වේග පන්දු යවන්න සුදු තනතිරු සහ ඉතා හොඳ පිළීමක් තියෙන තනතිරු. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ඒකට අවශ්‍ය පෙර සූදානම් මේ වෙද්දී අපි කළා තියෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන් අපි under 17 සහ under 15 boys ලත් එක්ක ට්‍රේනින් මැච් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් මැචස් ගෙවුවා. ඒ වගේම ට්‍රේනින් වලට ඒගොල්ලෝම ගෙනල්ලා ඒගොල්ලෝගේ බෝල්ස් වලට අපිට ෆේස් කරා. ඉතින් ඊට පස්සේ අපි හම්බන්තොට ගිහලා දවස් 9ක වගේ ට්‍රේනින් කැම්ප් එකක් කරා under lights. මොකද අපිට මැචස් 4න් ෆස්ට් රවුන්ඩ් එකේ තියෙන මැචස් 4න් මැචස් 3ක්ම අපිට under lights සෙල්ලම් කරන්න තියෙන. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා හොඳ ප්‍රෙපරේෂන් එකක් අපි ගත්තා. මම හිතන්නේ මෑත කාලේ ගත්ත ගොඩක් හොඳ ප්‍රෙපරේෂන් එකක්. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ඒකේ ප්‍රතිඵල අපිට දක ගන්න පුළුවන් මේ ලෝක කුසලානේදී විශේෂයෙන් ලොකු විශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා කණ්ඩායමේ ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් ගැන. විශේෂයෙන්ම ඉනෝකා ඕෂධි අපේ දකුමන්දු යන්න ඉතින් හොඳින් පන්දු පහුගිය කාලේ පුරාවටම ඒ වගේම අපිට අචිනි ලැබිලා ඉන්නවා. මම අචිනි කියන්නේ අපිට ලෝක කුසලාන ආසියානු කුසලානේ අවසාන මහත් පූර්වරටේ තරඟෙදී හොඳ පන්දුවීමක් පන්දුවපු ක්‍රීඩිකාවක්. ඒ වගේම විශේෂයෙන්ම හර්ෂිතා මාදවී ගැන සඳහන් කරන්න ඕන. ඇයත් ඉතින් හොඳ ටච් එකක ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් ඒ වගේම දක්ෂ ඩෝන් ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා. මම හිතනවා ඕන් ඉතින් හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරයි කියලා මේ තරඟාවලියේදී.
ඒ වගේම තමයි චමරි බොහෝ දෙනෙක් කියන්නේ මේ චමරි අතපත්තු මත තමයි ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායම ගොඩක් වෙලාවට දක්ෂතා තීරණය වෙන්නේ කියලා. ඔබගේ පුද්ගලික සූදානම් කොහොමද මේ ලෝක කුසලානේ සඳහා?
මුලින්ම කියන්න ඕනේ මම කියන්නේ එක ක්‍රීඩිකාවක් විතර. නමුත් මම හිතන්නේ මම පහුගිය කාලේ පුරාම ලකුණු අතර හිටියත් අවසනාවකට ආසියානු කුසලානේදී මම ලකුණු අතර හිටියේ නැහැ. නමුත් මගේ කණ්ඩායම අවසාන මහා තරගයට ක්‍රීඩා කරා. ඉතින් මගේ ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට මම ලොකු විශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා. ඔව් මම සුපුරු රිද්මයට නැවත ආවොත් මම දන්නවා ඔවුන්ට ලොකු සහයෝගයක් මට දෙන්න පුළුවන් සහ ලංකාව දිනවන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඉතින් ගොඩක් ලොකු සූදානමක් තියෙනවා. අවසනාවකට ආසියානු කුසලානේ තරගවලදී මම ලකුණු අතර හිටියේ නැහැ. විශේෂයෙන්ම බංග්ලාදේශ තනතුරු වල මම හිතා හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරේ නැහැ. නමුත් ලොකු විශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා විශේෂයෙන්ම ඕස්ට්‍රේලියානු තනතුරු සහ දකුණු අප්‍රිකානු තනතුරු වල මම ගොඩක් ලකුණු ලබාගෙන සිටිනවා. සහ ඔවුන් එක්ක මම හිතා හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරලා තියෙන නිසා මම හිතනවා මට හොඳ තරගාවලියක් ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න ලැබේවි කියලා. මේ තරගාවලිය ලොකු විශ්වාසයක් තියෙනවා. මම අවශ්‍ය පුහුණුවීම් ගොඩක් හොඳින් කරා. පහුගිය දවස්වල තිබුණු මගේ එරස් ගොඩක් මම හදාගෙන තියෙනවා. ඉතින් කණ්ඩායමට ලොකු සහයෝගයක් දෙන ගමම කණ්ඩායම ජයග්‍රහණය කරා මෙහෙවන්න මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
Thank you so much. බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි. Do we have any more questions? Yes, we do.
චාමරි කියන්න පුළුවන්ද ඔයා කණ්ඩායමේ ඔයාට ළඟට ඉන්නේ කවුද ඉන්නේ කියලා ඊළඟට? ඔයාගේ තියෙන එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එක බලනකොට ළඟට කවුරුත් නැහැ වගේ මට්ටමේ ඔයාට කියන්න පුළුවන් කවුද ඉන්නේ කියලා?
ඇත්තටම එක්කෙනෙක් නෙමෙයි මම නම් ගොඩක් කියන්න පුළුවන්. මම හිතන්නේ මේතන ගත්තාම ගොඩක් දක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩිකාව 15 දෙනෙක් මට ලැබිලා ඉන්නේ. විශේෂයෙන් පිටිකරණය ගත්තාම හර්ෂිතා මාධවි මම හිතන්නේ දක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩිකාවක්. ඒ වගේම විශ්මී ගුණරත්න කණ්ඩායම තුළ ඉතා හොඳ දක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩිකයෙක්. ඒ වගේම මේ වෙද්දී අපේ සීනියර් බැටර්ස්ලා අනුෂ්කා සංජීවනි ගොඩක් හොඳින් ලකුණු අතර ඉන්නවා. ඒ වගේම නිලක්ෂ සිල්වා පහුගිය කාලේ පුරාවට ගොඩක් හොඳින් ලකුණු අතර හිටියත් කණ්ඩායම ගොඩක් අසාර්ථක වෙච්ච අවස්ථාවල ඉතා හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරා. ඉතින් අපිට නමක් කියන්න බෑ. ගොඩක් නම් ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. ඔබට බලන්න පුළුවන් මේ තරඟ සංචාරයේදී මගේ ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් කොහොමද ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න කියලා.
Yes, moving on to the next question.
I direct this question to Rumesh. Rumesh, since taking over the coach, what has been the dialogue between you, the captain herself, and the team themselves?
Well, it was, the announcement was made on the 1st of December. And I knew that there was little time, and it was a matter of making the head rather than much of the skill. But it goes hand in glove, so to speak. And so that's what we did, and had chats with Chamari and made a lot of in-depth chats with the team as well about how we can perform much better than what we have ever done. And if we prepare, and if we and there is a talk to say that you have to do things 10,000 times to be perfect. And that's, so I showed it to them that that's the very reason that they're here. And you don't need 10,000 more times to do things. You need only about 50 times more to do things. So that sort of thing I sort of inculcated in them, and sort of made sure that it was for their confidence that hopefully it helps. And we are up against some gigantic teams, but we take one team at a time, and we break it down even further by saying one ball at a time. So the team knows that we have to win that moment of that one ball, and so let's hope that things will be different by doing those things and winning those moments.
All right, thank you so much. We do have the whole table waiting for questions.
Ramesh, can I ask you another question, please? You have also coached the men's team. What's the difference in coaching the men's team and the women's team?
Well, it's very similar, but it's just that there's a lot of depth in the men's team, and so unfortunately you don't get that bench in the women's, but there's a lot of growth where you can see happening almost overnight. Well, even I would say, I would go to the extent of saying instantaneously. And so that's the excitement I'm in, and that's the excitement the coaches are in, and the girls are also up to it. And I feel that there would be huge growths in the future. And as you would see in world cricket, if you take the women's cricket 10 years ago and now, it's gone leaps and bounds, isn't it? So that's the excitement I'm having at the moment.
All right, moving on. Any more questions? All right, I think with that, we'll move into the virtual segment today. We're joined through MS Teams by the international journalists. Yes, who do we have? Do we have any questions from you?
Gopal, we can't hear you.
Yes, you're audible. Or is it convenient to type and send the question?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible. Go on.
Hi, my name is Gopal from Sportskira. My question is for both the representatives from Cycle. My first question is for Mr. Subramaniam. When we think of Agarbatti, we think of only the Indian market, right? So can you just tell us about the market size of Cycle incense sticks in Sri Lanka, and how will this partnership help Cycle grow its brand presence in the country? That's the first one. And the second one is for Mr. Arjun Ranga. Compared to, say, endorsing movie celebrities or entertainers, can you tell us how important of a role does sports sponsorship play in your overall marketing strategy? Thank you.
Thank you so much for your questions. I think we'll first take the answer from Subramaniam.
Thank you for that question. The market is quite sizable. As you know, Sri Lanka is a very spiritual country. We believe in prayer, we believe in hope. We've been through a lot of tough times, but somehow we always get through, and part of that is driven by our spirituality as well, I think. So the market size is, if you want to put a figure to it, we think it's roughly about 1 billion rupees per month. That's just the incense stick market. And Cycle, of course, has been here for the past 8 years. It started off really as a partnership in order to provide livelihood for war widows, both in the north and in the south. My father spoke to the Rangarao family and brought them on board in order to provide cottage industry that would help women empower themselves and live better lives. And over the years, we have grown quite steadily in Sri Lanka. And the reason why we feel this is important, this product is very important, as I said, is because it signifies hope. And through all the tough times that we have had, we will come through this. And I think our women's cricket team is a symbol of this. And they've had to cross through many boundaries, jump through many hoops in order to get where they are. And I believe that the entire nation is behind them, and we're very proud to be part of this support. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Subramaniam, for the answer. And we'll have the answer for the second question from Arjun.
Yeah, as a brand, we've been supporting cricket since 2005. It all started with the third umpire branding. Our tagline is "Everyone has a reason to pray." And when the third umpire comes on, we have our brand that goes around saying everyone has a reason to pray. Both the batting team, the bowling team, as well as the spectators are all praying one way or the other. And that's how the brands association started with cricket. We have Mr. Amitabh Bachchan as our brand ambassador on one side. We have, sporting greats like Saurav Ganguly and the other as a brand ambassador. Personally, though, I am a sportsman and I love participating in sports. We actually own Karnataka Premier League cricket team as well. I still now play cricket actively for my corporate team also. So I believe in what sports does to people, how it builds character. As an organization too, I have a lot of my employees who are ex-cricketers and sportsmen also. So for me, cricket and sports sponsorship is a personal passion. And for the brand, for mass connect, we always use celebrities. And Mr. Amitabh Bachchan is a legend. There's a culture fit there as well. And so also Mr. Saurav Ganguly, what he did for Indian cricket, we all know is legendary. So for me, there is no this or that. If a brand can afford it, it needs to support cricket and also have a good brand ambassador. And God's grace, with all the customers that we have, we're able to do both. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that answer as well. We do have time for one more question to be accommodated tonight. It's open to the physical and also the virtual forum. Do we have questions? Shall I take the silence as we do not have any more questions? Yes? All right then. Thank you so much to all the media personalities for opening the floor and for the questions. Shall we have a good round of applause to them? And now with the end of the Q&A session, I would like to say thank you to the head table, and I would like to invite the dignitaries to take your seats in the front row as we are now ready for the most significant event for tonight. Thank you so much. Shall we give a good round of applause to Mr. Krishanta Kapawatha, Ms. Chamari Athapathu, Mr. Rumesh Ratnaika, Mr. Arjun Raho, Mr. Nimesh Amalian, Mr. Subramaniam Iswaran, Mr. Upul Navaratna Bandara, and Ms. Rajitha Jayasuriya. A very good round of applause to the panel, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely setting the stage for that moment. The moment of unveiling the jersey tonight. And as you're well aware, all the talks are done, the talks of the town are done, and we're going to get starting with the launch, the official jersey. This is the official jersey, ladies and gentlemen, that will be worn by the Sri Lanka women's cricket team at the ICC T20 World Cup in South Africa this year. And the Sri Lanka cricket jerseys at World Cups have definitely gained great fan ratings for its designs throughout. We do know that. And while everything is being all set, let me take you through a little bit about the jersey. Of course, Amra took us through about the technology, and I'm going to take you through a little bit as well before you see it. This jersey, as you know, is a body mapping technology, is used to identify heat and perspiration zones in the human body. Based on this research, the material is engineered with variable levels of ventilation and high absorbency to suit the environmental conditions of the playing field, including the temperature and the weather patterns in South Africa, to prevent discomfort during the game and elevate the player's performance. So, are you ready for the launch? Yes? Yes? All right. The team is also excited, as I can see. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we are unveiling the official jersey of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2023 for Sri Lanka women's team. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. This is the official jersey that will be worn by the Sri Lanka women's cricket team at the ICC T20 World Cup in South Africa 2023. With that being showcased, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the official part of the ceremony. Now, I would like to invite two team members, the operators from the production floor of MAS, who were involved in the manufacturing process of the Sri Lanka cricket women's jersey. Now, to hand over the jerseys to the leadership team of MAS, and I would like to invite on stage patron of MAS Holdings Women Go Beyond program, Mrs. Shaila Amalian, and Director Corporate Affairs, Ms. Rajitha Jayasuriya on stage. And to accompany them on stage, I would like to also invite Ms. Amra Akbar, Director, Marketing and Business Development, MAS Active, and Mr. Nimesh Amalian, General Manager, Marketing, MAS Active, on stage. Like I said, tonight is a start of a dream, and why not recognize where the jersey started as well? Can we have the two team members from the production floor? All right. And now to officially hand over this and commemorate this occasion, I would like to invite now the MA's leadership team will hand this over to the captain, Chamari Atapattu. I would like to invite you on stage, ma'am. And also Mr. Krishanta Kapawatha, Assistant Secretary of Sri Lanka Cricket, and Mr. Upul Navaratna Bandara, Head of Marketing, Sri Lanka Cricket, on stage. We'll hand it over officially to the captain, Chamari Atapattu. This is the moment for all your photographs. Get your snaps clicked. Shall we all gather up in front for a photo opportunity? A good round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as the official jersey is now officially handed over to the Sri Lanka cricket team. All right, with that, I would like to request Chamari to remain on stage, and I would like to say thank you to the MAS leadership. Thank you to the MAS leadership dignitaries. And as the SLC dignitaries and Chamari is on stage, I would like to invite the dignitaries of Cycle Pure Incense on stage for a photo opportunity to mark the official team sponsor bond with SLC. I would like to officially invite Mr. Arjun Ranga, Managing Director and CEO of Cycle Pure Agarbatti, Mr. Subramaniam Iswaran, Deputy Chairman, Cycle Pure Incense Sri Lanka, on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to Cycle Pure Incense. They are the official team sponsor for women's team for ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2023. I would like to take the pleasure of inviting two ladies who are employees of Cycle Pure Incense to represent the women empowerment, the women power on stage, along with the Cycle Incense team. Yes, please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely a beautiful moment. Thank you so much to all the dignitaries. Let's have one good round of applause to the team MS, team Cycle, and definitely to Sri Lanka Cricket, ladies and gentlemen. And it's officially now time to have a look at the journey of MAS in designing and developing this world-class apparel, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the journey of designing this, how our cricketers look in their new T20 jersey. The first look of them, ladies and gentlemen. With that, ladies and gentlemen, the official procedures of tonight comes to an end, and this is the end of the media conference of ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2023, the official jersey launch of the team Sri Lanka and the introduction of the official team sponsor. And I now invite all of you to indulge yourselves in the beautiful, we have the refreshments arranged, the delicious refreshments from Cinnamon Grand, and the cocktails are available, of course. And do not forget to collect your complimentary gifts from Cycle and also Maze as they have arranged. Thank you so much to all the media personalities, and thank you so much to all of you for making this a beautiful evening. Thank you.